A blimp flying over the Empire State Building, New York, 1931. Crowds watching the electronic ticker on the New York Times building in Times Square, waiting for the latest reports, 6 November 1928. Gene Palmer, 70s subway drummer, New York City. Lake Street, viewed from Wabash Avenue towards the west, in 1896 during the construction of the L. Coney Island, Beach Crowd, New York, 1913. Eads, Bridge in St. Louis, c. 1874. One Times Square under construction, New York, 1903. Portland, Oregon, 1910. Women demonstrate against pornography while marching through Times Square in 1979. Two-horse team street cleaner, New York City, 1910s. The first World Series game in New York, 1912. The first cable train in San Francisco, 1891. Space Invaders Championships, New York, 1981. Times Square, in New York, 1898. Groups of students would try to fit as many people as possible into a standard telephone booth, New York, 1959. Carl Russell waves to his co-workers on the 88th floor of the Empire State Building, 1930. Tan's The Man Baseball Land, a sports memorabilia store on River Avenue in the Bronx, established in 1997. 42nd Street, located between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue in Manhattan, New York, 1990. New York City streets. In the wake of the 1882 blizzard, Henry Hudson Parkway, 1934. Cafe War, New York City, 1960. Purity, Conquest of Slander, statue in what would later be Times Square, 1910. African Americans fight back for equality, the Harlem Riot of 1943. Little Italy, New York City in 1920. Villard houses on Madison Avenue, June 1896. Mott and Bayard Streets, June 1896. Lower Broadway from Bowling Green Park, 1897. Crowds of men outside the New York Tribune building in Lower Manhattan, 1884. Dozens of children and adults crowded around a swimmobile, 1960s. Officers in uniforms and riding boots stroll along a New York street, 1886, Henry H. Tyson's Fifth Avenue Market and the Willow Tree Hotel, 1896. Man selling sponges on the New York street, 1896. Newsboys and newsgirl Mary Malchade collecting the afternoon papers, 1910. Rogues Gallery of the New York City Police Department, 1909. Testing the giant roller coaster, Coney Island, 1915. The Dakota, New York City's first luxury apartment building, 1890. The famed Flatiron Building, New York, 1916. Women's Machine Gun, Police Reserves, 1918. The tactics employed by the 9th Coast Artillery during a street riot, 1918. A foreman and 2 workers preparing a house at 314 Livingston Street for moving New York, 1889. A young black boy guiding the reins of a horse-drawn carriage belonging to Surf Avenue. Stage company positioned next to the boardwalk at Coney Island, 1884. An elephant from the Barnes Circus walks down Atlantic Street in Brooklyn, 1891. Individuals loitering outside the train station, identified by signs showing Tilly Foster Mines, New York, 1889. Italian immigrants walking down a narrow sidewalk near the Fulton Ferry, New York, 1880s. Men walking by the statue of George Washington on Wall Street, New York, 1884. Nathan Abbott and a young girl walk through Copp's Hill Cemetery, 1886. A view of Raritan Bay from Richmond Memorial Hospital, Staten Island, in 1900. A backlot house on Bleecker Street between Mercer and Green Streets, adjacent to an excavation site, 1890. A blind man stands alone on a street corner, offering pencils for sale in New York City, 1890. A boy in a glass factory, New York, 1890. A crowd stands in front of the frozen facade of a burned building on Crosby Street at Jersey Street, 1896. A family of 4 living a bohemian lifestyle crafts cigars at home in their tenement during the 1890s. A group of prisoners are lined up at the Lockstep Penitentiary on Blackwell's Island, now Roosevelt Island, 1890. A shoeshine boy named Tommy holds his shoeshine kit on a sidewalk, 1890. An oil field in Venice, California, 1930. Children play with barrels in an alley between tenement buildings in Gotham Court, 38 Cherry Street, 1890. Dens of Death, New York, 1888. Hester Street, in New York's Lower East Side, 1890. Children's playground in Poverty Gap. Young boys play at a city playground, New York, 1888. Members of the Short Tail Gang who instilled fear on New York's East Side gather under the pier at the foot of Jackson Street, 1887. Men and women make neckties inside a tenement on Division Street in Little Italy, New York City, 1890. Men engage in card games inside a New York building, 1890. Men rest on the floor of a homeless shelter in New York City. In 1886, the cost for staying indoors was 5 cents per night. Oil derricks line the coast of Venice, California, 1920. Pupils in the Essex Market School in a poor quarter of New York, 1887. Street children huddle over a grate for warmth on Mulberry Street. The cellar of 11 Ludlow Street, where beggars sleep in squalid conditions, 1887. The Mulberry Bend area in Little Italy, 1890. Two young boys giggle and swipe goods from a vendor's cart on Hester Street in the Lower East Side, 1895. 6th Avenue subway construction, 32nd Street, New York City, 1938. An Italian immigrant man smokes a pipe in his makeshift home under the Rivington Street dump, 1890. Beef shop at West Washington in 1938. Bidding at a fruit auction on Penn RR, Pier 6, 1938. Exterior First Avenue Retail Market, New York City, 1938. First Avenue and 10th Street's opening in New York, 1938. Fulton Fish Market, cleaning fish, New York City, 1938. Ice chopper at Fulton Street Market in 1938. Interior of the First Avenue and 10th Street Market, 1938. Poultry Market at West Washington in 1938. Refreshment stand-in, 1938. Shipping market goods via train, New York City, 1938. Singer Sewing Machine, 10th Avenue and 36th Street, 1938. The captured U-boat SMUC-5 is prepared for display in Central Park in New York. Wagon and Horse Inn, 1938. .304 Houston Street of New York City in 1935. A travelling tin shop in New York Street's Inn, 1936. Billboards and Signs, 1936. Brooklyn Bridge, Water and New Dock Streets, 1936. A couple buying clothes on First Avenue and 8th Street, 1935. Columbia Heights, No. 222, 1936. Graham and Metropolitan Avenues, 1937. New Roasted Indian Nuts, New York City, in 1938. On August 10th, 1936, of the tugboat Watupa, owned by the McCarran Towing Line, taken from Pier 5 in Brooklyn. Powers and Olive Streets, Brooklyn, 1937. Street vendor in New York City in 1935. Tolman Street between J and Bridge Streets in 1936. Williamsburg, Bridge, New York City in 1937. Willow and Poplar Streets, New York City in 1936. Central Park, Lake New York City in 1935. City Hall, New York City in 1935.